All right. Well, today we're going to be learning about the Cami Chrome extension during this tech training here. So we're going to go over how you can use the Cami Chrome extension with your students in Google Classroom and use it for annotation and just get you familiar with basically this getting started with how to use Cami with your students. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to go to the Chrome Web Store and install the Cami extension. So let me you to see what I'm talking about. So let me move this over here. All right. So the first thing that you're going to do is go to the Chrome Web Store and you're going to search for the Cami extension right here in the search bar. So it's Kami, and you're going to download it and install it. And when you download it and install it, it's going to ask you for permissions to accept access to your Google account. You just, approve all those prompts. And you're going to want to connect the Cami account with your school Google account. So when you create your Cami account, make sure you're using your school Google account, that it's connected, okay? Don't use your personal Google account, use your school Google account. All right, so once you have this installed, a little icon up at the top of your browser on the right side, it looks like a blue circle with a K in it. That's the Cami Chrome extension. That's right up here at the top. All right. And you're going to be able to use the Cami extension to open up any PDF files that you have either saved on your computer or in your Google Drive. And you can use that and annotate on it as well. Now, if you're going to use this with your students need to have Cami installed also. All right. So the students can install the Cami Chrome extension just like you would, and they would set up their account using their school Google account as well. So let's get started here. So what I want to do first is show you how I can open up a Cami file. So if I just say I have a PDF file already on my computer or in Drive, it doesn't matter, and I want to open it. All right. You need to find that PDF file and let's see. And you're going to open with Cami. Okay. So you always want to, I can right click on it and I can click open with, and you want to always open with Cami, because when you open with Cami, that's going to give you all the tools that you need to annotate on it. All right. So let me bring this back over here. Okay. So once you open with Cami, this is one screen that opens up. So I can click open from, I think I had it from computer. Let's see. And let me find that PDF file again. Something. All right, and we can make a new copy. That's fine. It doesn't matter. All right, and this is basically the Cami interface here. Okay, you guys see my screen, right? Okay. So the Cami interface is going to be displayed, and you'll have a toolbar here at the left side where I can toggle to expand or collapse the descriptions. And then up top here, this is it's a menu bar as well. So this is going to be where I can rename or name the PDF. I can zoom in here and zoom out here. I can open a file from my Drive or from my computer using this folder icon. I can share the PDF, and we'll get to that later. I can print it if I wanted to. I can save it, and when I save it, I have the ability to save it to Cami Cloud, save it to my drive, which you would most likely save it to your drive. And you have the option to download it to your device. And this icon here with the arrow pointing down, that's going to allow you to download it to your local device as well. And it's basically the same thing. You're really exporting the file when you're all done. Um, so you can export your file and save it to your computer or to your drive, um, the original way that you opened it, or with annotations on it. All right, and then you would just hit begin export, and it would save to the area that you selected. All right, easy peasy, right? Okay, so this is the PDF file that I want to open. And I can either create a new PDF file within here, or I can open up one that I already have. So for this example, I'm open up one that I have, and on the left side I have a a toggle where I have different a toolbar here on the left side where I can do different things to my PDF file. So the select tool is basically just going to allow me to point to an area on the PDF, all right, without really doing much to it, all right. The dictionary is going to allow you to, or your students, to basically look up a word and get the definition for the word. So if I wanted to do that, I can. Text to speech is going to allow your kids to highlight the information, and then it will read it to them. The markup tool will allow you to highlight information, or even, just kind of bring attention to a certain area of the file to your students. Let's save this to drive. So I can highlight words here if I wanted to. Uh, every time I go live, something doesn't work right. All right, I can highlight. I can do a strike through. So if I wanted to strike through, I can do that. All right, and this might be something that you would want to do maybe with, with essays, or, writing pieces. And these options here are just a different color markers that I can use when I do a markup. So, you can pick more colors if you wanted to as well. All right, you guys good so far? Okay. The comment tool is going to allow you to add a comment into your PDF file. So you can do a voice comment, you can do a text comment. So if I wanted to do a text comment, I can, and it puts the comment on the right side or the right margin. All right, and notice the microphone here. I can also speak my comment as well, and it will type it there. Again, I have the voice comment. I can do a video comment here. So this is great for feedback. So if I wanted to do that for students, I can highlight what I wanted and then do a video comment, and it'll allow me to post a video into my my PDF. See, you can see right here how it's going to allow me to start recording. Let's see how this works with the bandwidth. You guys see that? All right, so you have another option on feedback when you're using PDF files. You can put a video comment in here, an audio comment. All right, and then you can also use the selector tool, or the marker tool for what color you want to use. A text box. This is great to allow students the opportunity to if you want them to answer a question, you can put the text box in and allow them to type the response. So you can just put here answer here, or if you wanted to, you can also, the little hack is to leave a space in the text box so that the text box stays there. But then I think what you have to do at this point is change the border of the text box so that the kids see that there's a text box here actually. um, so, you have to do a little bit of formatting here, but let's see, background, you can actually do the background. So if you wanted to make your text box, I don't know what happened here with this. You have to find the option for the border, and I'll look for that later. I'm not seeing it up here. And they may not have a border. And this is certainly not a border, so I don't know. But you can just put in here, answer here, in the text box, and you can move the text box to wherever you want it. And if you have something in the text box, then the kids will see that they need to put an answer here. Okay. Um, so that would be my suggestion, is if you want the kids to answer a question, just put a text box in and then actually put the words, place answer here into the text box, so that they can see that they have to respond to that answer. The equation editor will allow you to, put equations in. The drawn tool will allow you to insert drawings. These are really self-explanatory. So if I wanted to, draw on this PDF file, I can do that. I can add shapes in here. So if I really wanted to, maybe signify a certain part of this file, I can put shapes around it so it brings attention to certain headings or certain parts of speech, or certain content. All right. I can change the thickness here of the shape. So if you wanted to, you can put the shape around the text box, and then they can see that there's a text box there because you put a border or a shape around it. So you can get creative with that. There's an eraser. So if I wanted to erase something, I can do that. I can place an image in here, all right, and I can sign it. Um, some of these options you may not use, because if you already have a PDF file like what I have here, you're going to make this you're going to make this PDF file accessible so students can answer, not necessarily create from scratch, although you do have that option as well. So it's totally up to you. There's a lot of flexibility here. You can see this PDF file is 5 pages. All right. And if I wanted to add a 6th page, I think I can do that here at the bottom. I can add another page. Okay. So now I marked up this PDF file, very simple, and I want to save it. So I'm going to save this with the disk, and I'm always going to save it to my drive. Okay. And Cami, well, let's save this real quick. So what Cami does is Cami creates folders in your Google Drive, so that you can find your PDF files that you marked up with Cami. Okay. So if I go into my Google Drive, you guys see my screen, right? Yep. I can go into my Cami uploads folder, and I can see here 220. This was the last file that I modified. And if I open it, it's going to, oops, I opened it with, if you open up a PDF file from Drive, you have to hit open with Annotate with Cami. Okay. Um, and you'll see that my Internet Awesome PDF file is here and it's marked up. So that's the right version. Okay, so those are, I just wanted to go over like basic, functionality within Cami with you so that you kind of see how you can use it for feedback and how you can annotate on it. Now let's say, for example, you wanted to find a PDF file, all right, on math, okay, and I'm going to use this one. We'll just use this math worksheet. Okay, I found this worksheet, this website here that will allow me to create a PDF file. So just say I want this PDF file. I'm going to hit create PDF. All right, and it's going to open that worksheet right in Cami. Okay, and now here, what I can do is I can rename this. Okay, and if I wanted to, I can mark this up so that students can put their answer here. So just say, for example, if I hit text box and I just say, remember, show your work. All right. And they would, if I wanted to, I can put a text box in case the file is not uploaded, saved to drive, say yes. If I put another text box here and I want the kids to actually show what they know in this text box, I can do that. And if I wanted to, I can just put show your work. Or if you wanted to, like I said before, you can put a shape around it so that they know that they have to put their answer in there. That's up to you how you want to design it. All right, so let me save this. Now, what I want to show you is how it integrates with Google Classroom, because with Google Classroom, it's very simple. Since everyone has a basic understanding of how to use Google Classroom now, that part, you're halfway there. So that's a good thing. So what I'm going to do is, you guys see my screen, right? Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my demo class and I'm going to go to the classwork page, and because I have the Cami Chrome extension installed, when I hit the create button in Google Classroom, you'll notice here there's a Cami assignment. So you're going to want to, if you're using PDF files, remember, right? This is only if you're using PDF files, okay, that you want to annotate on with your students. So I hit the create button, I go to Cami assignment, and it's going to open up a different interface, okay? Because this is really Cami, a Cami API. It's not really Google Classroom. So the Cami API lets you select your classes, just like Google Classroom. So I can select multiple classes. I can select specific students if I wanted to. All right. So if I find, I don't think you guys are in this class. Oh, Barb is. So I'll hit Barb and I'm going to hit my test student. And I don't think anybody else is in here. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to title it Testin Cami PDF file annotation. All right. Same thing. I can give it, a point value. I could assign a due date. I can schedule it to be posted now or later. I can put a topic in here. So I suggest that you always use topics. And here is my file uploads. So I'm going to upload from Drive. And I'm going to find that PDF. So I'm going to hit PDF because it filters it out. And I'm going to go into my Cami uploads. And here's my order of operations. So I'm going to click select. Now notice here, just like Google Classroom, all right, I can distribute this file. so that students can have a copy of their own copy, that they share one copy, or it's just a read only. Okay, so it's the same thing as Google Classroom. It's just the terminology is a little different. So most likely you're going to want to create a copy for each student so that each student has their own copy of the PDF file and that they can annotate on their own copy. Okay. And look at this little checkbox here. Send Kami instructions to student. So you're going to want to make sure that this send Kami instructions to student is on. You want to make sure that's enabled, that it's checked off. All right, because that's going to give the students a little bit more guidance on how to set up the Chrome extension if they didn't do it, and how to open up um, the attachment. So after I do that, I'm going to click assign. And we're waiting patiently. Okay, assignment created. All right. And this link here, I'm going to just show you this link. This is the instructions that was attached to the assignment in Google Classroom for the students. So this is the attachment that the students are going to get for Kami. All right. So this is why you're going to want to have that little checkbox checked off, that you want to send the instructions to the students so that the students can see this. So it tells them here that they have to install the Chrome extension if they didn't already do it. They only have to do it once. It tells them how to install it. And it tells them here that when they go into Google Classroom to open up your assignment, that they have to open with Kami. Okay. And give it permissions to allow access to their drive. And here they have to select whether they're, a student and K-12. And what's nice about this is when they are finished annotating in the PDF file, there is a turn in button, just like a Google Doc. There is a turn in button at the top in the menu. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to show you the student perspective. So let me come back to you guys. All right. And then are you guys okay with everything so far? You could tell me. You good? Okay. All right. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go into Google Classroom now as a student, and I'm going to share my screen. So that's where Pebbles comes in. Pebbles is my test student. Barb, you should be able to see this because I assigned that to you and to Pebbles. So you should be able to see that. All right, so let me share Pebbles' screen now. Um, okay, so now you see Pebbles, right? Okay, so this is a student, okay? See, I'm Pebbles right now. That's my profile picture, okay? So right now, after you assigned a Kami assignment with a PDF file, the students are going to come into Google Classroom and they're going to open up that assignment. So here's the assignment, number 54. All right. And they're going to click View Assignment. And again, you're going to see here, this attachment here is the directions for the students to use Kami, to either install the Chrome extension and to tell them to open up the assignment with the Kami extension. So those directions get sent out automatically to the students because when you created the assignment, you enabled it with the checkbox. So that's a nice reference for the kids. All right. But this is where, the kids are going to annotate. So you can see here, Pebbles has the Kami Chrome extension installed already. Okay. So that's up here at the top right. All right. So when I click on the PDF file, it comes up and it says open with Kami. All right. So you want to make sure you can um, again, you can tell the kids to make sure they open with Kami, or else it's not going to work. And that's why you're giving them the instructions as well. So they click open with Kami. And it's loading, but it's doing it, so I'm not complaining. Okay, so here's the worksheet. All right, and the kids are gonna complete this assignment. So what I'm gonna do here is see how you had already entered a text box here. So you kind of prompted them, hey, this is where you need to put your answer. So I just clicked on it and I'm just going to type, I don't know. I don't know the answer. All right. If the students want to do the next problem, they can click on where is it, text box, and they can click. And now they do 7 times 4 is 28, 29, 30, 31. So 24, 28 plus 3 equals 31. Okay. So you got to get the hint, right, guys? Okay. The kids come in, they do the assignment, they answer the questions. When they're all done, all right, see up here at the top, it says turn in. All right. This is what they need to do to turn it into Google Classroom. All right. So, they're going to hit turn in. All right. Nothing really changes for them. They click turn in again. And Kami saves automatically, just like a Google Doc file. But if you're doing something and it's not saved, it's going to prompt you, hey, save it to Drive, just like you saw it before do to me. All right. So now Pebbles turned in her order of operations worksheet. All right. Now, if I go back into Google Classroom and I refresh this page, you can see here it says turned in. All right. And Pebbles completed the assignment. All right. See how it says turned in here? All right. So now the one thing I want to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And I want to see if you guys are okay. So far, so good. Are you able to follow? All right, so what we just did was we created an assignment in Google Classroom, and we attached the PDF file to it using the Create Kami assignment option in Google Classroom. And then the kids received the assignment and they annotated on the PDF and they turned it into Google Classroom. Now the teacher needs to review the work that they did. So let me share my screen. Okay, so now Okay, so now I'm back. Hold on. Okay, not technical difficulties. That was a doggy issue. All right. So the last thing that we're going to do, all right, is as a teacher, now we're going to check the assignment that the students turned um, in Google Classroom. So I'm going to open up the assignment. So it's number 54. Now this is a teacher view. Okay, you can see my icon up at the top. That's me. All right. And I can click view assignment, and you're going to see here who turned it in and who didn't do it yet. All right. So I'm going to click on Pebbles. All right. And here I'm going to click on her attachment. Now, when you open this up, all right, this is like a feedback grading tool within Google Classroom. And this is going to open up the PDF file in this feedback and grading tool. And what I mean by that means like see how the outer part of this screen is Google Classroom. I have the top part here, and then I have the panels here. That's really Google Classroom. The middle part here is the Cami. Okay. So because I created the assignment in the Cami option, the grade with Cami option is also checked off. So you want to make sure that this part here is checked off as well. Now it defaulted, it was checked off and it defaulted to that, but just always make sure that that's always on, because what that's going to do is that's going to allow any other attachments that the student handed in. Say they handed in 2 PDF files. All right, it would show here on the right side. You would see their PDF files here. This is supposed to allow you, oh, I'm sorry, I take that back. If they attached any other Google files, like a Google Doc or a Google presentation or a Google Sheet, if you have grade with Cami checked off, that's going to allow you to grade those Google files with the Cami tools. Okay, so you always want to make sure that's checked off. All right. So here I can basically grade. All right. I can give feedback in here. I can open this PDF file in a new window. All right. See here where the arrow is and it's pointing up. I can open that up in a new window, or I can open this with Cami. So I'm just going to stay here. And, if I wanted to, I can work in this shell, or I can open up another window. And, I can leave comments in here. Like I was showing you before, I actually have to use the toggle. And I'm going to comment in here and just, put something in here. So oops, I don't want to do that. Nope. It defaulted to my video comment. I want to go to a text comment. So if I click on text comment and I just come over here, okay, it should give me a comment in the margin. Um, we will discuss this in private, something like that. Okay. All right. So now that the student, the student will see that in the annotation. All right. And now if I wanted to, I can give it a grade, and we need to talk about question 1. Something like that. I click post and then I return it. And now Pebbles will get the grade, and Pebbles will see the the comment in the PDF file. Um, And that's that. Um, you want me to show you Pebbles now receiving the document so that you can see that the comment was there? I don't think you really need that, right? You kind of know that the comment's going to be there because they're sharing one PDF file. Okay. The one thing that I do want to show you is, and you still see you don't see my screen, right? Okay. Why is this is weird. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on here. You see me or the screen? You see me? Okay. All right. So one thing that I want to show you, something's weird with my computer, but I just want to show you here what your drive looks like. So in Drive, all right, you're going to see Cami makes two folders, okay? One is a Cami assignment folder, all right? And that's going to be where all of your assignments are going to be for that you created with Cami. All right. And I really not sure why nothing is in here. There should be something in here because we just created that assignment. And then there's Cami uploads, and Cami uploads is going to be any PDF file that you save to your drive. So just say you have a PDF that you're using with your kids, but it's just sitting there in your Google Drive. Um, you can open it with Cami, and then it will save, and it should put it in that Cami uploads folder. And at that point, then you can go in and annotate on that PDF file. Um, but yeah, so I really went through this quick because I really wanted to show you that you can use PDF files with remote learning and annotate on it, and then still give the kids feedback like you would in a Google Doc. So the workflow is there. The PDF annotation is there. The feedback workflow is available. It's just instead of using a Google Doc or a Google Slide Deck, you're using a PDF file, and you have to use the Cami Chrome extension. Um, Now, one thing that I want to show you, just say, for example, uh, you need to do a one-on-one with a student, and you're meeting with that student separately, and you wanted to both collaborate on that PDF file at the same time. So what you would do is, let me show you really fast because it's very simple. All right. So just say this is the PDF file that I want to work together with the student. In this, in Cami, you can share the document. So if I click the share icon here, all right, and I click upload, all right, it may have, if you had already uploaded it, you wouldn't get that prompt. You can hit copy here. This link is going to allow you to share that PDF file with a student, with a specific student, and you can collaborate together on it at the same time. Just say he needed a little extra help. You guys can work on it at the same time by sharing it this way and copying it. And then what you can do is you can go into Google Classroom, and you can create an assignment. Let's do this. I can create an assignment, All right. And at this point, I don't think it really needs to be a Kami assignment, but I didn't test that. You can share the link with that student. It probably has to be a Kami assignment. Let's just do a Kami assignment. Um, and you can share that link with the specific student. All right, and then you can attach that link. So extra help. All right, and then here I can, let's see, nope, this is probably not, hold on a second. This is not where you would do it. So you would do that. Well, first of all, you can actually, you don't have to do it as an assignment. Let's do it this way. Sorry, guys. I'm getting ahead of myself. I should have stuck with my agenda. Um, so if you do, you can actually, you can post an announcement, and you can pick the student that you want to have that link. All right, and then you can add that link right in here in this announcement, and that announcement will just be seen by that student. You can do that, or if you go into a Google Meet with the student one-on-one, you can put the link to that Kami file in the chat. Okay, so there's a couple ways you can do it, but this, just know that the option's there. Like um, you have that ability to do that. It's just how to deliver the link to the student. Your best way to do that is via Google Classroom, and just assign it to that one specific student. But if you are going to meet with a student one-on-one or in a small group, and you want them all to work on something together, you can share that link in in the chat of the meeting. I think I went over everything. I went over the side toolbar. I went over that students need to open with Kami and their directions. Um, the collaboration for teachers with individual students. The typical workflow, which I showed you, and the Kami integration with Classroom and how to install the extension. So I went through everything on my agenda. So I'm going to open it up now for questions.
Uh, Not too many questions. I think you explained it pretty well. Although, hold on, I was actually looking. I did have one question about the actual setup process and everything. So it's asking about whether or not we have a. Hold on one second. Let me see exactly how they phrased this real quick. Um, it said like a teaching assistance, for not teaching assistance. It was I don't know, like a teacher management system or something when we were signed up with it. Like, do you know what that means? Or
No, but I could tell you that that I talked to the Kami people, and they gave us an extension on using this app until June 30th. So
yeah, I see
yeah,
it says trial ends in 56 days.
yeah. So originally it was like April 30th. I went to a webinar last week and learned more on using the Kami Chrome extension, and they were nice enough to extend it. So anybody in our school district who signs up with their school Google account will get that extension till June 30th, and that includes students too. Um, so just when you create your account, say that you're a teacher in I think it says like K-12 or um, primary or elementary or secondary, just set up your Cami profile and then use your school Google account to sign into Cami and allow it to access your school Google account. So you should be okay.
Yeah, yeah, I'm all good.
Let me stop recording real quick. Hold on.